How many of you remember your icebreaker? Were you scared? Were you shaking? I was shivering. I didn't want to say anything. My dad was in the room giving me that whispered, non-whispered thing. Hey, Sean, say something. Say something. I didn't want to say anything. And then the doctor slapped me. Madam Contest, Mr. Contest Master, fellow Toastmasters, and to everyone who's ever been abused by organized healthcare. Breaking the ice is hard. My father knew this, and that's why he raised me to be an icebreaker. Let me explain. From the time I was very young, I noticed my father did one thing, and he did one thing better than anything else. He broke the ice. Everywhere we went, everyone we spoke to. If you were within earshot, he'd shoot from the hip. What do you think about this weather we've been having? You think the U.S. is going to take the gold in the Olympics? Can you believe we put an actor in the White House? Democracy fails us again. And just as soon as I was old enough to speak, he dragged me, kicking and screaming, into his social experiment. I took a test at school. Hey, Sean, get over here and say something about that test you took. I took a test, and it was hard. A little bit later, I started learning Spanish. Hey, Sean, get over here and say something in Spanish to this native Spanish speaker. Yo quiero Taco Bell? Even when I started dating. Hey, Sean, get over here and say something to this nice young lady. Tell her that thing I told you. How much does a polar bear weigh? Enough to break the ice? Yeah. He was always pushing me to speak in front of people. I'll never forget the very first time I spoke to a crowded room and he wasn't even there to support me. I can't blame him though. After all, it was his eulogy. 19 years old, and my mentor was gone. I didn't want to say anything. You know, we talk about the ice all the time, but what is ice? See, when we interact, I think that ice eventually becomes a fear of vulnerability. Every time you meet someone, you reach inside yourself and you offer them your heart. And sometimes they smack it away. It feels cold. And pretty soon you stop reaching inside anymore. You just let those layers of ice build up over top to keep you safe. Have you ever felt the ice? See, I think we start in life pretty simple. No preconceived ideas, no prejudices. We just start off friendly. And the first time you say good morning to someone and they look at you like you just flatulated in a house of worship. That's ice. The first time you ask somebody, hey buddy, can you give me a hand? And he walks away clapping. It's ice. The first time you look at someone and say, I love you with all that I am and all that I will ever be, and they say nothing. Gets really cold, doesn't it? Pretty soon, we're not even looking at each other when we walk by. We're looking in our shoes. Now, I've been a Toastmaster for many years, and I will tell you, I've finally gotten over that initial apprehension. And I realized I had a brand new neighbor one day. I was so excited. When you get a new neighbor, you want to go over and introduce yourself. So I saw her outside, and I waved, hey, how you doing? She went, buenos dias. Now, I'm comfortable breaking the ice in English. So I kind of avoided her for a little while. And one day I was going out to my car and There she was, right in front of me. I didn't know what to say. Hola, she said. I began to look at my shoes. And all I could hear was her say, hello, how are you today? She was reaching out to me and I was giving her ice. And then I heard the voice, hey Sean, why don't you say something in Spanish? So I lifted my eyes and I said, hola señora, ¿cuánto pesa un oso polar? How much does a polar bear weigh? You can't guarantee how people are going to treat you. But don't let the failures and the pain from the past cast a shadow on the people you've yet to meet. The next time you feel that cold, the next time you feel that ice coming toward you, say something. Say anything. Be a polar bear. Break the ice. Mr. Contes.